Okay, here we go. I have my triangle piece for the Kaleidoscope project. What we're going to do is, I said on the video that I just showed you, you have to have your letters fill the triangle. They have to touch the top. And the other thing I didn't say, was that it has to be thick. The letters have to be bubble or block. Okay, so if that fills you with anxiety, hold on. Okay, what I need you to do, this is the easiest way to come up with how to do block or bubble letters if you're not really particularly good at it. Okay, I am going to start, and I guess I will do my name. So my first name is Lauren. Okay, so I'm going to start. I'm just going to print my name. I'm going to do it dark so you guys can see, but I'd like you to do it lightly so you'll be able to erase it. Okay, so I'm going to do my name. I'm going to go L, and I want you to look. I'm trying to have my letters touch up at the top. Okay, when you see my U, you'll see that it goes, you see how it followed the line up here? I'm trying to make it touch the edge. L-A-U, how do I spell my name? R. My R is going to be like gigantic. L-A-U-R. E. See, my E went down the slope, and then my N is going to be here. Okay? What? No. I didn't get there yet. Just relax. It's gonna be okay. This project is not crazy, I promise. Okay? All you have to do is make this triangle really nice, and all the rest will happen. So, here's the trick for bubble and block letters. Once you have your stuff nice and neat and like placed how you want it, to do bubble or block, bless you, I'm gonna just go around my letters. So now I'm gonna go around each of these letters and make them thicker. Okay? And what I'm going to do then is erase my guidelines. So I'm going to get rid of my print on the inside. And look at that. I have a nice bubble letter A. A nice bubble letter A, L. And then for my U, I'm going to kind of use my U that I have there already. I'm just going to kind of make it thicker on the one side. My R, maybe you need to do it this way where you're kind of breaking apart each of the parts. And that's fine. But if you do it this way, make sure you go in and get rid of all these extra lines so that all you should have is a nice clear outline. Okay, nice clear outline for your letters. Okay, my E is going to be here. I'm going to make my E nice and big. Okay, and my N is kind of crazy, but I go down and then this way. Okay, and I'm just going back in and I'm erasing my guidelines. Okay, please make sure you're erasing your guidelines. You don't want to have 15,000 lines on your trace on this triangle. Okay, so again, name nice and big fills the triangle. Letters should be thick like bubble or block, and they need to touch the top of your triangle. Again, make your letters go up the ledge and then down the edge over there. Okay? Okay. Once you have your name written down neatly on your triangle, the next step is going to be to trace over it in Sharpie. Okay, we're tracing over it in thick Sharpie. So again, if your lines are really, really thin, your letters are really thin, you might want to make them a little thicker, because when we go over in Sharpie, you don't want to lose any of the thickness to your letters. So when I'm tracing in Sharpie, I want to make sure that I'm just touching the outside of the letters. So if your inside of your letters have a lot of like sketchy lines, like it took you a while to try and get your lines right, make sure you know exactly what the outside of your letter is, so you're not going over lines that you don't need. Okay, and when you're doing tracing in Sharpie, make sure that you're using a single line to trace. Can you guys watch me for 2 seconds? I mean, I know I'm just asking you to watch me trace letters, but can you guys see that my line is nice and continuous? It's not a bunch of starts and stops. Okay, if I start and stop, try to make it that you pick up exactly where you ended, because it's going to make your life hard with the next part if you have a bunch of lines and it's very sketchy, your letters. Okay, so I'm trying to go around my letters, nice and, oh, I made a mistake, nice and even. Okay. Okay, my lines are not sketchy. My lines are nice and clear. Okay. Nice and clear. Okay. All right. Okay. Once, can you guys look up here? Once you have your name traced on the front, going forward, okay, you're going to take your triangle and you are going to flip it over, okay, and you are going to trace exactly what you see on the back. So I'm not trying to rewrite my name forward on the back. I'm trying to just follow the lines on the back. So if I look, I can see my Sharpie bled through the paper and I can kind of see the lines. I'm just taking my Sharpie and going over exactly what I see on the back of the triangle, okay? Make sure that you're being exact with your lines. You don't want to have like 5 versions of the line. You want the line that you're drawing now to match up with the line that's on the front. Okay, so do your best to try to be nice and even. Okay, carefully trace over these lines so that you're seeing exactly and going over exactly what you drew already. Okay? So I'm trying to be nice and careful. I'm drawing exactly what I see. Okay, exactly what I see. Okay, so when you're done, you should have a triangle that has your name going forward. Hello. Going forward on one side and backward on the other side, but they're exactly the same. Okay, they're exactly the same. Okay?